In the world of music, what kind of cultural creatures are we? Are we culturally independent, individual, unique, and in control of our cultural world? Or are we interdependent, similar to others, and good at adjusting to situations? Or are we both?
Our cultural backgrounds create and reflect these two basic ways of being, which then shapes everything from how we listen to how we write our music. Music today doesn't just explain who we are, it also envisions who we could become. What do you think?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I am Sebastian from Germany. I play the violin. I'm so looking forward to working with you.
Me too. I'm Du Yue, pipa player with the Chinese National Orchestra.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Martina, your conductor. Welcome to our rehearsal. Please be seated. Well, for this concert, we have an orchestra formed by musicians from both the East and West. And we are trying to present to our audience the beauty of two music cultures. The piece we're playing today is a new interpretation of Ambush on All Sides.
Yeah, 十面埋伏.
For both violin and pipa. So, shall we have a try and see if it works? Okay. Ready?
Wait a minute, Miss Du. Why does the pipa sound a bit different from what the score shows? Do we have the same score?
Oh, really? I'm sorry about that. But I did let my understanding guide me to the rendition of the piece. Do you have a problem?
I don't think we're on the same page regarding our interpretations. Personally speaking, I don't think your performance was rigorous enough. I believe we must stay loyal to the piece.
Well, I do agree that we must be loyal to the original work. But Sebastian, let me say, most humbly, the score I am looking at is the traditional Chinese musical notation. Wisely, it leaves me some space to be creative.
With all this uncertainty, when it go out of tune, how can we ensure that in this way our performance will really harmonize?
This you must understand. Chinese music values a piece's unique charm over the exact sound. Pipa can form a curved melody line when sliding up and down. See?
Oh my goodness. That's so different from our Western way. Well, maybe it's time for me to really dig into Chinese music. But what should we do now?
Well, take my word for it. This is indeed a very wonderful piece, but we may need to rethink how to play it together.
Look, maybe Chinese musical instruments are just not suitable for ensembles. They just don't harmonize. If you ask me, they get drowned in the orchestra, or they're too shrill and explosive.
Sebastian, that's just not true. I think we have an erhu player in our ensemble. How about we show you the way we play together?
That's fine, but in our piece here, clearly, your pipa is drowned out by my violin.
Oh, you really don't get it, do you, Sebastian? When we perform in an ensemble, we mainly use instruments with similar timbres and of small sizes. Western orchestras can deliver majestic performances, but the magic of Chinese ensembles is that they can make melodic and at the same time exquisite sounds.
Look. Maybe we need to select a new piece. What do you say to that?
I don't think there are many pieces of Chinese music to choose from.
Really? Here I have to say, Sebastian, that you really are uninformed.
Well, actually, I do get what Sebastian is trying to say. Chinese music is mainly passed down in verbal form and memorized. But that is precisely what is most fascinating about our two music cultures. Chinese notation leaves broader space for interpretations and creativity, while the Western stuff gives us an abundance of Western riches.
I have an idea. Why don't we use Western instruments to perform Chinese musical elements and vice versa? We could call it hybrid music.
Hybridity! That's an interesting idea. Or maybe we can think big. Have any of you heard of Creole language?
Creole? No.
Well, a Creole language is a novel, stable, natural language that develops from the mixing of two different languages into a new one within a brief period of time. Can you see where I'm going with this? Our innovation right here comes out of recognizing and lauding the Disney harmony that emerges.
I get it. That reminds me of the ghost opera created by Chinese composer Tan Tun, a multimedia music work for pipa and string quartets.
That's great! Oh, you know what? I just had an epiphany. It is a win-win situation. Neither of us needs to give up our own traditions. It is by retaining the great traditions of both our cultures that we will shine among the international performances. Now we don't need to turn our back on our unique musical past.
Fantastic! This could just be the beginning of a new arranged marriage of cultures. Let's proceed together. Ready?
So, what is the cultural misunderstanding? The Western musician thinks that Chinese music is not rigorous enough. In his mind, Chinese music scores fail to deliver precise notes and are therefore unable to stay loyal to the piece as a whole. Despite its thousands of years of history, Chinese music has only a limited number of works in document form passed down from the past. In contrast, Western music notation has been systematized for longer.
And why is there such a misunderstanding? Chinese notation records the melodic form of the music, leaving space for performers to play differently in different contexts. It pursues charm, and its composition deliberately leaves room for reinterpretations and self-explorations of the performers. As for Western music, it has gradually become an independent art category. Therefore, Western music has been passed on in a more systematized, holistic way.
What are the possible solutions? As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, Chinese and Western music have gradually approached and collided with each other. Western musicians need to accept the non-Western characteristics of Chinese music cultures and learn to appreciate them. Simultaneously, China may benefit from the more structured approach of Western music. As for our Chinese music and that of the West, the ideal way to mutually benefit from each other is to maintain cultural and national characteristics untainted, yet be generous and open-minded. Moments of appropriate cultural mutualism should most definitely be encouraged. Who knows what may be born of this auspicious marriage?